Good morning, Uganda. It's a Friday, and what we're doing is touching base and just getting to know each other. So capture your morning, and that is by sending that selfie of yourself and where you are watching us from. It is Good Morning Uganda, the Friday edition, and you're watching UBC TV, coming to you live from the Nile Avenue. And the goal is to inspire Uganda. Capture your morning, your moment, your picture. Send that to 0709 602 592 by WhatsApp, and the hashtag is UBCGMU. And while at it, let's also delve into a conversation that's rather interesting, because we all engage in relationships, whatever form of relationships, so work, family, strangers who become people we know. It's all different kinds of relationships, but we want to understand what exactly it means to be in a relationship. So let's look at life and relationships. And of course, do relationships complete us, or do they rather complement us? Is it okay to be a lonely wolf and not exactly relate? We are learning and relearning, and we're doing this with Pastor Cyrus Rod. A very good morning to you, Musumba.
Good morning. How are you?
Always a pleasure having you.
Thank you for always having me. I don't take it for granted.
All right.
I'm glad I'm here.
Always.
How are you?
I'm very well.
Good.
Quite tired, but we have to serve.
That's so good.
Right. So starting with context, what are relationships?
Relationships are connections.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, relationships are connections.
Right.
It's about connecting. God never created us to be lone wolves. He created us to be able to connect. Relationships are about connection, networking. In fact, the word relationship itself means connection. Many people will say, I'm in a relationship, but they're really not connected. Relationships are about connections. When God created us, He created us to connect with Him. That's the first thing. We connect with God, and then we are able to be all that He wants us to be. But He never only created us to connect with Him first, He created us to connect with Him and with others.
Right.
With Him and with others. That's where we see the form of a cross. Vertical connection, and then the horizontal connection.
Interesting.
Yes, and the horizontal connection, you have to ask why vertical connection first, because you cannot connect horizontally until you've connected vertically. How? You need to know how human beings connect with each other. If you understand that relationships are connections, you get to understand that it's not only about connections, you get me, but you need to understand the purpose. What's the purpose of relationships? Because if you understand the purpose, then you get to know how this whole thing works, how God has designed it, how everything has been set up. You know, that's what makes the difference. So when you ask what's the purpose of relationships, first of all, they're connections. Okay? Number two, the purpose. The purpose of relationships. Relationships are not designed so that we can go and grab something out of them when we go to husband and wife, most especially in this particular case. They are designed, the purpose of them is to have an opportunity to serve another person.
And you know, when you, from the, let me say that the diagram you've used, vertical connection and then horizontal, it comes to me off of like a tree. A cross. Oh, a cross. Oh, thank you. A cross. Why I thought of a tree is because a tree can only be a tree strong enough vertically. Receiving from the source, the leaves receive from the sun, the nutrients building deep into the roots. And then it can only have branches then. Without it being a tree,
that is equally, it can't be able to have the branches. So the best thing is that you are established vertically, and that is how you connect with God. Why? Because the only way you can connect with humans is all about love. First of all, the purpose of relationship is that I may have an opportunity to serve. How? Because I'm full of love.
Yeah.
There's a verse in the Bible, Genesis chapter 1, where a lot of people, it's Genesis chapter 2, a lot of people run to it and they say, it is not good for the man to be alone. So they believe it's not good for the man to be alone, therefore it's time to get married. It's time to get into a relationship because man is lonely. But you see here, the Bible doesn't say man was lonely. The Bible says it is not good for man to be alone. Two different things. Man was alone, but he was not lonely.
Yes. Yes.
You get the picture. So if man was alone, but he was not lonely, there's something more we need to understand. That's when God says it is not good for you to be alone. That word alone was man having related with God, having connected with God. Man is full now. He has received the love of God. God has served man, first and foremost. God has served man.
Right.
And man, God has poured his love into man.
Yeah.
Now man is full of love.
And it needs to be poured out.
It needs to be poured out.
Right.
On the horizontal level.
And you can't give what you don't have.
No, you can give what you don't have. So when man comes in full of love, that's when God says, you need to go out. I need to create someone, so you can pour yourself out, so you can go and love. So the purpose of relationships is to have the opportunity to serve the other. And how do you serve them? By loving them.
Right.
And what is love? To seek what is best for you at my expense.
Right. So does that mean, do relationships complete us? Do they complement us? Or is it both?
They do not complete us.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
They complement us, because if they complete us, then we would be looking at a situation where some people who never get married, because now especially we are focusing on this sector of marriage. So if we look at some people who don't get married, then we will say or conclude they're not complete. But that's a lie. Jesus never married. Does it mean he wasn't complete?
And unfortunately, to most people, marriage is the place of completion. And to society, if you're not married, if you are divorced, if you're separated, especially at a particular age, you'll be judged a certain way. You'll be looked at a certain way. You won't get into particular positions of service simply because you're not married.
Because you're not married. I totally understand that, but marriage does not complete us. Only God completes us. Okay? When we are completed, then we can go and complement one another. When we are completed, we can complement.
Right.
When we are not completed, we literally abuse one another. And this is where most relationships are. We're abusing because we look at you, I will look at you as, how can I use you to be complete?
Yeah, we're using.
We become users. How can I use you to be complete? Now, a man looks at a girl and thinks, oh, wow, she's hot. She's this, there's this. I think what I'm missing is her. And then literally all he's looking at is how to get in bed with this girl. And that's all. And then he says, I'll be okay if I can only have her. I'll be complete. But you see, the Bible says it is not good for the man to be alone. Alone means whole. Alone means single. So single doesn't even mean unmarried. No, unmarried is different. Single literally means whole, complete.
All right.
Nothing missing, nothing broken. Why are you complete? Because you've connected with God.
Right.
He created you.
Thank you. This is Victor Obong from Lera. Says, pertaining life and relationships, indeed I say it completes us. Why? Remember, most people know that a man or a woman is complete when they are in a relationship. Beside that, the Bible allows relationships, though only for the adults. Thank you.
No, well, you see, the best thing about this topic or anything is that you do not approach it from a point of sentiments.
Yeah.
You need to get to know exactly what the Word of God says, because He created this whole stuff.
Right.
So to Him, you are complete when you're in Him. Outside Him, you're not complete. You can have a zillion relationships and you're not complete. That's why you see a lot of people moving from Brenda, Tina, Diana, all this, about 6, 4 of them, and they think they'll be complete. Solomon tried 1,000 and he was never complete, because the thing is not about if I get a relationship, I'll be complete. It's about understanding the purpose of relationship.
Yeah.
I go in to offer myself. I go in to seek what is best for you, to make your life better, so I may serve you. I'll give you a very good example of what happens today in our lives. There's something called, we consider ourselves ready for relationship based on culture.
Oh, yes,
Okay?
yes.
But you see, in most cases, when we get to around puberty, our bodies change, then we think we need relationship. But this is our bodies changing, maturing. But we think they're calling for relationship.
Right.
Relationship doesn't begin because your body has changed and matured. Relationships begin because you are complete. You've related with God first, and then you can relate with human beings.
Right.
So this is what happens. In most cases, we as men, yes, I'll start with men.
Right.
We as men, most times, especially in our generation, we are looking at a lot of males that actually cannot be able to take care of their own homes. A lot of males have grown up, and this is a generation where we've produced them. They have grown up knowing one thing: there is no relationship with their fathers. You get it?
Yes.
Their fathers never really connected with them. Their fathers were never there. And the same thing, this is what happens. The fathers are not there. So the emptiness, the way God designed that the fathers are supposed to help these young men connect very well and then be able to relate with God. But when the fathers are not there and men grow up with mothers only, now mothers become father and mother. They take up the double role.
Yes.
Now when they take up the double role, something happens. 90% will not really succeed because God never designed it that way. So when they take up the double role, this boy grows up believing he's all wounded because something is missing, doesn't have the voice of a man who's able to speak in his life and tell him, this is how men behave. This is responsibility. Take up this, take up that. Somebody to speak into his life.
Mentor him, yeah.
You get it? To mentor him. Because somebody is willing to offer his life for the good of another. You may pay tuition and all that, but until you offer yourself to build the character, you haven't yet loved them. You haven't yet loved them as a man.
Right.
So when this young man doesn't have you there telling them, this is wrong, walk this path, move like this, I love you, do like this. What happens is this man grows up with emptiness. There is no love. He doesn't know what genuine love is because the father never had it. And then the mother comes in with emotion a bit, but it's also mixed up. He's got a lot of father and a lot of mother. It's a mixture. You get me?
Yeah.
Now, when he grows up in that moment, he begins to embrace the mother more. You get it? So now he's going into something that he's used to. Mother. He's with the mother, talks to the mother, speaks with the mother. Everything is mama, mama, mama. Now when it comes to relating, he looks for somebody who is like his mother. Somebody who will be there for me, who will never leave me even when everything goes, because that's what mama did. Who will stick with me, who will be all this.
That they think that you are like their mom.
No, that's what they're looking for. So they want you to be like their mother.
And yet you're not.
You're not. You're supposed to be a wife.
Right.
So now they're coming in as dependents. They're not coming in as people who are ready to save, who are ready to serve, but people who are ready to depend on you because they've been depending on their mamas from childhood. And now when they get to that level, they're in depending on you. That's a failed relationship. They're not in to serve. They're in to see what they can get from you, because that's how they're used to their mama. They get from her everything. Now they expect the same from you. I need to get anything I can get from you. So search men that we are living with today. They'll never take responsibility at all.
And accountability.
They'll never take accountability.
Yeah.
Why? Because mama does everything. Mama does everything. So they don't love. When they don't love, they control.
Right. Right.
I got to say that again.
Right.
When they don't love, they control. There's no middle ground. Every man that is not able to love is able to control. They control. And when they start to control, they fight for one thing. I want my reins. I want to control. And when they say, I want to control, they begin seeing you. They fight to be controlled. To control. And in controlling, because they're not able to serve, they fight to create and maintain an image of being spotless, of being super, of being special, but you see, the fight to maintain this image is literally designed in a way, they make it in a way, it comes because they have not loved. They are in control. When you love, you don't need to keep up an appearance. When you're in control, you fight to keep up an appearance. Because this is not real. You're not springing from love. You're springing from what can benefit you. You're so selfish. You're so insecure. You're looking for what can benefit you.
Right. Musumba, let's get into some of the comments. Do relationships complete us, or do they complement us? It's something that we're looking at, and thus far we've learned that completion is from God, and then relationships are tools of complementing each other and serving each other, and not necessarily completing us, because the only source of completion should be that which created you and has to be your feed of completion. Let's look into some of your views, and I do appreciate you for being on the show. It is Good Morning Uganda, the Friday edition. We are with Pastor Cyrus Road, who's spewing nuggets and possibly shaking tables, but at the end of the day, if it's a learning session, we all ought to learn and relearn. Good morning. Relationships are sustained by the individual's purposes, not anything else. As of nowadays, please, we need to be with humanity and deep respect based on God's creation, nature, and others should be of the latter. Thank you for the show. God bless you. I am Katwesi J. Johnson in Kabowa. Good morning. This is Alexander from Entebbe. We should draw a line between relationship and situationship. Now, Musumba, lately, we have relationships and situationships. We'll be elaborating more. Let me first complete this comment. But he says that we should be able to draw a line between relationships and situationships. Relationships do complete us, but when you are in a situationship, you are just complemented. Thank you for the show. Greetings to Pastor Cyrus Road. Now, when it comes, I don't know if you understand what situationships are.
You see,
in this day and age.
I want you to describe the situationship.
So lately, you should try it. Find someone, or sometimes on our social media bios, people will post their relationship status. They'll tell you that I'm in a relationship, or married to so and so, or I'm in a situationship. So a situationship, you're in between being single and in between being in a relationship. So it's a relationship that's not exactly clear. It's a relationship you're probably doing life in all the possible means, probably sleeping together at that, but not exactly with the direction of marriage. You're on and off. You're in between. It's not clear.
In fact, that's abuse.
It's not clear. So that's what they call situationship.
It's abuse.
You are relating, but things are happening in between you. Yeah, you're breaking up. Even if it's a marriage. Yes, you are relating, you are married, but now there's a lot of issues.
That's abuse of relationship.
Situationship.
Exactly. Right. It's abuse of relationship, because you need to understand the purpose of relationship. If you don't know the purpose of a thing, you will abuse it.
Yes, that's true.
But if you understand the purpose of a thing, you will be fulfilled and you will enjoy it. So the purpose of a relationship is an opportunity to serve. And the reason you serve is because you love. Okay? So love is the fuel of a relationship. I've had people say, no, it's not love, it's money. No, that's abuse of the relationship. Right. Money serves the relationship. Love is what you use to serve within the relationship. Now, this is the challenge we have. Most people that talk about situationships, that's called control.
Ah, interesting.
Control.
Right.
Because in a relationship, you can only do one thing, love. When love is not there, control takes over. And in control, like I said, it's about me pushing my interests. Okay? I don't care about you. How can I use you to forward my interests? That's the whole thing about control. In control, it springs from fear. I'm afraid you may reject me, so I put up an image. So I'm afraid you may reject me, so I never take responsibility for my own wrong. Yeah. I never accept that. That's control. In control, I will even provoke you. You get me? Especially as guys or even women, I may be able to provoke you, get you to the point that you get to your breaking point. When you get to your breaking point, what happens? Then you yell and act in a manner. You say, how could you do this? You did this. And all I was looking for is to get you to that point so the rest can see how you're behaving.
Right.
And when they look at you, I say,
I told you.
I told you.
Right.
I told you she ain't easy. I told you. Yeah. And now you become more confused. You're like, but you're the one. That's how control is.
Yeah,
but you're the one. I'm telling you.
Yeah, gaslighters.
Gaslighting. Yeah. You get it? Why? Because I need to keep my image. I will do anything for my image. I will walk away from my image. I will dump you for my image. That is control. That is the situationship. There is no life over there. It's death.
Musumba, from most of the comments coming in, and we'll be reading as we go on, what I've noticed is the fact that many think that relationships complete us.
No, they don't. No. No, relationships do not complete us.
It's mirroring what society believes in the sense of, oh, she's not married. Oh, he's not married. At that age, he's not married.
And they begin abusing, especially when it comes to women.
Yes.
They think you better prove something, show us something until you're complete. Because this is how we're told from childhood. They say you grow up, go to school, after school, get a job, get married, have children, then what next? And you think you're complete? I mean, many have gotten married, got children, or never got children, and they're still empty, they're not complete. They're still insecure. You see, that's why there's more insecurity in relationships, and that's why you see more control in relationships.
They instead pass on patterns.
They just only pass on patterns because you never connected vertically. Without God, you cannot love. You can't.
That's true.
You're only going to move based on your hormones and your emotions. But love is none of that.
Right.
Love is none of that. It can make you feel good, but it's none of that. Love is what I do. Okay? That's why kindness is not a feeling. Patience is not a feeling. All these things are not feelings. People need to understand that the purpose of a relationship is that I may be able to love another or serve another. Most men today, most guys, because why do I talk about this? Because we initiate these things. I know there are some little instances where some women now are beginning, oh, I'm going to initiate this stuff. But that's a twisted thing. Before I approach you, I'm supposed to prepare. I'm supposed to prepare. You get it? Prepare myself. Am I willing to take on this girl, protect her? I take up the role of being her father. The role of being everything that she's walking away from. Right. You get me? Yeah. So now, I may meet you, you're a TV presenter, you're here, you're known all over, you're a celebrity, people know you, they see your face, and I say, okay, so how do I talk to this girl she's beautiful, she's Julie, but she seems to be all made up. She works, she earns money and all this. You get me? So what I do, this is the failure when men are not complete. So I look at you and I'm thinking, she must be proud. Are you getting me?
Yes.
She's a celebrity, she's on TV, she earns money. No, I need a woman who doesn't have all of that. It's a woman who's a little bit the one I can control. Isn't that what men say? A woman I can control. That's not a relationship, that's a situationship, that's abuse.
The one who's easy to lead.
Easy to lead. Yeah. Now, you see, that's where the problem is. That's where the problem is. So you women are being pushed to lower your standard down for somebody who's not willing to up theirs to where you are. You see where the problem is? I'm looking for a woman easy to lead. What do you mean easy to lead? Somebody you can manipulate, somebody you can control. That's what they mean by easy to lead. Somebody you can manipulate, somebody you can control. That's where the danger is. If I'm looking for a woman I can easily lead, I mean I can control. You get me? So now I meet you, you have your money. I'm so scared. I want you to first go down so that I can control you. That's not love. That's not a relationship. That's abuse of a relationship. That's what you call situationship. I need a woman to go down first so that, hey, why don't I as a man up my game? I say, okay, I've understood, Julie. You're known all over TV, all over Uganda, and different nations around Africa. This is the Julie. But look over here, Julie. This is why I'm coming here. I want to pour myself to seek what is best for you, to protect you, to be there for you, to preserve you. Right. Because you already have the money, you already have the name, you already have everything. So I'm literally just coming to do one thing to you or for you when I'm coming your way. I'm coming to love you. I'm not coming to give you.
You can give me that.
Because there's nothing I can give you that you don't have.
Right.
You already have all this stuff.
But as you say that, what springs to mind is now the misconception of the word, as the Bible defines. A wife is a helper. And in relationships, from what you are saying is, even if the man might not be or earn as much as I do, for example, but they are approaching me. Yeah. They are approaching me from the sense of you're up there, but obviously along the journey of life, I'll also grow with you. We'll grow together because naturally you are a helper.
Now, I'll show you one thing. You see the word helper?
Which of the two is?
Helper, you are not a doormat.
Right.
The reason I can come to you, I'll give you an example. When I met my wife, she was working, she was earning money. I really wasn't earning anything apart from trust in God, living by faith. I'm a preacher. You get me? So I wasn't earning anything. But when I met her, I said, I'm going to marry you. She looked at me like, I don't get this. I don't get this. I've never seen any man this bold. And I told her, I love you and I'm going to marry you. And she was like, no. I'm not ready for marriage. And I told her, not today. I'm marrying you 3 years from today. That's a prepared man. I'd prepared myself. I wasn't looking for a woman to love me. I was looking for a woman I could love. Not one who can be there for me. No, that's looking for your mother. I was looking for a woman I can be there for. She has the money, she has this. But one thing, I want to show her love. This is not something she buys. This is not something she's going to import anywhere. This is something a man who has connected vertically can give. A man who has not connected vertically cannot give love.
You remind me of a statement my dad made. He asked me, is he adding value to you?
Thank you.
That was a very deep.
Thank you.
But it now makes more sense now that you're saying it.
I must come to add value to you.
Not to take away from you.
When you are a helper, by the way, helper doesn't mean subordinate. No. In English, it may mean subordinate. In the Bible, it doesn't, because the Holy Ghost is a helper.
Yes.
He's not your subordinate.
And he's tough.
And he's tough. Helper literally means the militant one.
Right. The Ezer.
Ezer.
Yeah.
The militant one. This is not a game. Women are not some cheap stuff you play with.
Right.
They're supposed to be there to support you and even oppose you when you go off God.
Right. If it's not in the line of the vision, then
They will
we're not
say no.
moving. Yes.
That's a true helper.
Wow. Do relationships complete us? Do relationships complement us? Musumba, our time is fast spent. But how should healing begin? And how should we repair our perspective in line with relationships complementing us and us being completed by God? How can we rewire as a society? Where is the starting point?
Every time something is broken, you take it back to the manufacturer.
Okay, that's profound.
You take it back to the manufacturer. You don't try to mess with it. You get it?
Oh, yeah.
If I drive a Mercedes and
Right.
it gets broken, I don't take it to a Toyota
Right.
workshop.
Right.
I don't take it to a Toyota workshop. I take it to a Mercedes workshop. You get me? So the workshop of a man is Jesus. So if you're messed up, go to Jesus first. It doesn't matter where you are. He will be able to restore you. He will be able to build you up and connect you.
Yeah.
I am an example because I remember I was a bad boy before I ever came to the Lord. I was the worst, the chief sinner. I was a chief sinner. I ran around with girls. I did everything. But I discovered, what was I getting out of this? It's more empty. I'm not succeeding anywhere. And I said, I need this man to help me. So I came back to God. I said, yeah, he saved me, gave me a new beginning. I started following his word, started acting on the word. Now I discovered that I do not need a woman to love me. I'm not looking for somebody to love me. I'm looking for somebody I can love. Because now God loved me. He gave me unconditional love. That removed the fears out of me. So insecurities disappeared. Now I was so sure that I don't have to create an image or project an image that controllers use. I just need to embrace who I am and give myself, be vulnerable to the person I love. I'm not afraid of anything. All fear disappeared. I can apologize when I go wrong. I can repent when I go wrong. I'm not here to put up a show. No.
And you know, from what you're saying, it's the fact that when you're so filled up and you feel complete,
Yeah.
you want a part of you to be into someone else. And I mean, and that's how your legacy
Thank you.
is
That's
kept. That's how a Cyrus Road legacy
goes on because I'm pouring myself. I'm so full,
You're a
I'm
tub.
pouring out.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm pouring out to another. That's how God has created it.
Right.
He came in, created man, and he poured himself into him. That's how the relationship is.
Right.
So if you're not into pour yourself into another, you're not relating. You're literally draining everything out of them.
Right.
And so you're killing them, you're abusing them, you're using them. That's not a relationship. You get somebody and you say, well, we're going to first stay together, have sex, and then we'll see when we get money, we'll be able to get married. That is abuse. That is situationship. That is not a relationship.
All right. Wow. I'm not so sure how this conversation is leaving you, but the fact that it's UBC TV and it's inspiring Uganda, pick, out of all the words said, pick something to inspire you. How best do you multiply yourself? Is it by controlling others or by pouring into others? And I think pouring into others is the best way to build you, to spread you, to multiply you, and for your name to continue on. Thank you very much, Pastor Cyrus Road.
It's a pleasure to always be here, Julie.
Looking forward to another conversation, definitely. A reminder that do capture your morning, and that is capture your morning, your moment, your picture. We are looking at some of your shout outs that we're giving this morning, and wow, all right, let's see where to start from. What we're doing is you sending your picture, your photo to us and telling us where you are watching us from. All right, starting off with, hi, I'm Kenneth Drake. Thank you for the show. Following from the United Arab Emirates. Thank you, Kenneth. Looks like you're from working out. It's such a pleasure seeing you, Kenneth Drake. Thank you so much for following. And good, yo, you say yo till God says well done. That's your ID on WhatsApp. But thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you still. It's me, Victor. Victor, I already read your message, and thank you so much for being on the show. And good morning. I'm Mamolo Frank Mas, watching live from Mbale City. Thank you so much, Frank, for being on the show. A good morning to you. And good morning. Let's see. This is good morning. All right. Did you leave your name? Katwesije Johnson, always from Kabowa. Katwesije Johnson, you do participate a lot on the show. It's so good to see you, to put a face to your name. Thank you so much for always being on the show. And you look forward to being Uganda's president. So yeah, keep on believing and working towards that. Let's see. Good morning, UBC. Thank you for the program. In my opinion, relationships complete us because it brings us closer to our loved ones as couples. This is Bernard, who is in Gulu City, looking at another shout out to look at Cricket Derek. Thank you so much for being on the show. Always a pleasure having you, Cricket Derek. And you say Cricket Derek Gagamel from Machindi Luwafu, representing to the full. Always on. Thank you for inspiring Uganda. And you also have mates who have come through. Winnie Wisely from Masaja watching, and today is your birthday, Winnie Wisely. So happy birthday to you, Winnie, and thank you so much for watching UBC TV and following Good Morning Uganda. Let's see. Good morning, wonderful view. He speaks so well. That is to Pastor Cyrus Rhodes. His signals of expression of love from insecure people, as control speaks so much, not only in relationships, but also in places of work. All right, thank you so much. And good morning. Thank you for the show. I see your WhatsApp handle is at Mr. H Official UG. Thank you so much. And looking at others, everyone has his or her position of thought, but relationships / or marriages complete us. But philosophy gives us room for reason, means everyone has a right to his or her opinion. I'm not so sure if this works in relationships, if you're to relate properly. Thank you so much. Okay, someone has sent a video. Not sure if I can play it. And you said, okay. And maybe one final one. Good morning, Uganda. Phillips from Karamoja. Each relationship is to complement one another. Good morning. And this is Good Morning Uganda. James from Zombo. Thank you so much, James for watching. And DJ Deno, Chibanda FM radio station. Thank you so much for watching the show indeed. And let me look at someone else. This is the whole crew at Chibanda FM. Shout outs to you, Chibanda FM, and all of you in studio. That is 103.2. Thank you for watching the show and following the conversations as you are on air. Love the multitasking there, yeah? And live in studio. Are you also from Chibanda FM? Didn't leave your name, but thank you so much for watching the show. We do appreciate you. Looking forward to more conversations. Another one from Gulu. And this is Good Morning. This is Sheila from Gulu. Sheila, you are smart in that picture. Thank you so much for watching. And you say thank you for the show. I have understood something very important from the conversation. Thank you. We do appreciate you for watching. Now, we do not receive videos. We're unable to play videos for now. But send us a picture. Send us your picture and let us know where you are watching us from. Thank you so much for watching UBC TV. Good Morning Uganda, the Friday edition does continue. So stay tuned. We take a short break and we'll be right back with another conversation.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
My question is, what is the difference between rental tax and income tax? How comes I'm paying both taxes on my own premises? If you want to have a tin, but you are not making any income from your business, you should take on the obligation to continue filing your nil return.
Commissioner General, to invest in taxation. When people understand taxes and they know the importance of taxes and they know the fair assessment of these taxes they are supposed to pay, I think everybody will embrace taxation.
As banning groupage cargo, clearance protects small traders who cannot afford to import full container loads individually and rely on consolidation to remain competitive. Cargo to come in groupage is consolidation, it's legitimate, and we can't ban it. What we have banned, or what we have stopped, is the use of container leaders. Now, Fiona, the good news I have for you is that among the new tax proposals,
Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
In all these years, we emphasize two words: wealth and jobs. And we try to waken our people up to show them where wealth and jobs come from.
The Parish Development Model, PDM, is a bold initiative that is reshaping Uganda's rural economy. By allocating 100 million shillings to each parish annually, PDM empowers households by unlocking opportunities for wealth creation.
This program will be maintained. Each year we send 100 million for the parish. If you get the 1 million, you can buy some goats, you can buy some pigs, you can buy even young cows.
Farmers are transitioning from subsistence farming to commercial agriculture, laying the groundwork for wealth creation and improved livelihoods.
This project started 11 years ago after an inspiration from His Excellency. And that time I was working as a taxi driver. I was doing that Massa business in Soroti. And he was talking about how to improve household income.
With the PDM, you bring back the money after 24 months. But in the third year, you would get another 100 million paid back by those who got first.
The President's message is a mindset changer. Becoming rich does not mean you should have a lot of land, you should have a lot of education, you just need a vision and implement and start from where you are.
So therefore, this PDM is to get all of you out of poverty. That's why we said 100 million per parish per year.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance.
Pearl of Africa, welcome everyone.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world. holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Maskari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, every story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
My question is, what is the difference between rental tax and income tax? How comes I'm paying both taxes on my own premises? If you want to have a tin, but you are not making any income from your business, you should take on the obligation to continue filing your nil return.
Commissioner General, to invest in taxation. When people understand taxes and they know the importance of taxes and they know the fair assessment of these taxes they're supposed to pay, I think everybody will embrace taxation.
As banning groupage cargo, clearance protects small traders who cannot afford to import full container loads individually and rely on consolidation to remain competitive. Cargo to come in groupage is consolidation, it's legitimate, and we can't ban it. What we have banned, or what we have stopped, is the use of container leaders. Now, Fiona, the good news I have for you is that among the new tax proposals,
Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Good morning, Uganda. Thank you so much for watching the show. It's the Friday edition of Good Morning Uganda. And we're back with another conversation, and this time around looking at wedding photography. Now, one of the things, if anyone is asked the things you must spend on when it comes to your wedding, you might even just forget the food, right? The food at the reception. But mind your photographer, mind your makeup for women, mind your look. The groom's look and the bride's look. What wedding gown is she wearing? What is the groom's suit looking like? Because all of them have to end up in those photos. And these are photos you're keeping for a lifetime to look at every day. So you don't want to look at them and think, oh my goodness, that photographer was quack. And that is why we are looking at wedding photography this morning with Derek Aine, who is the CEO of Pick Shots. A very good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me. I'm really glad to be here.
All right. And I must say you do look sharp. You look your duty.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Be part of the conversation. 0709602592. Ask that question. Share your opinion. I think one of the questions I look forward to Derek answering is when the client does not pay. Do you hold on to the photos? Do you keep them until they complete? How do you handle those situations? I know some MCs, because I MC events, I know some MCs can at least confiscate either the vehicles or confiscate anything that the Bagole need in order for their money to be paid. Do you hold on to the pictures if the Bagole don't pay?
Well, we do have terms of engagement with our clients. Yeah.
Right.
So we do sign an agreement, an MOU, before the function happens.
That's wise.
Yeah, so we do expect payments done before, to a certain percentage,
yes,
before the function. So we hardly have those cases.
Right, and there's, of course, because of the presence of the MOU,
yeah,
there's also the respect of it even after,
yeah,
the percentage being completed.
Yeah, even after. And it's more of, I respect my side of the MOU and they respect their side of the MOU. So if you're working with clients who are straightforward, you feel like it's a little bit easier.
Yeah, for business.
Yeah, for business. Of course, the times were there when it was kind of hard and you would find yourself going back and forth with clients on the day of the wedding saying, we need this percentage before we shoot. And then later on, of course, you transition to having the kind of, I think, a more organized way of working with the clients. Yeah, so I feel like at the moment we actually do not experience that.
All right, and because you've painted the background of the history, let's start from where it started. How did you get into photography?
It was in 2017.
Oh, wow. You're making 10 years.
9 this year.
Next year
is 10 years. Yes, it was in 2017. I hadn't yet graduated. But I really wasn't looking at getting employed at a certain point in time.
All right.
Yes, I had a few friends who were in the photography business, and I tried to ask them, how does it work? Of course, I liked photography individually, but of course, taking a few phone pictures, I couldn't say I was professional, and maybe there was anything that much. Yeah, so I talked to these friends, and they gave me the recommendation, and they kind of paved the way. Yeah, so I started in 2017, and then by the time I was graduating, I was actually taking pictures with my classmates when they were graduating.
Oh, interesting. So that's where it all started.
Yeah, it was started in Mornng Uganda.
Interesting, Makerere, right? Yeah, interesting.
Makerere, yeah.
And therein, how has the journey been? You're making 10 years next year, but what has the journey looked like? Has it been easy? Have the challenges been more than the benefits? Paint a picture of what the journey has looked like.
I think like any other business, it never comes easy.
Right.
And neither can you say it is all bad.
Right.
Yeah. So we've had quite a phase of good things happening, as well as the not good things happening. Because I don't think we had a wedding in our first 2 years.
Oh,
yeah.
Tell us about that.
We hardly had a wedding in our first 2 years of actually shooting. But the first 2 years were mainly getting the experience. It was more of learning, because I didn't go to any photography school. I learned everything on my own with my friends around me. Yeah. So it's a journey that I must say I'm proud of. Yeah, and I'm glad I would do over and over again, if I may say.
I know, and think, speaking of learning everything on your own, that means there's a lot of detail you've garnered along the way, because sometimes when we go to school for these things, there's a lot of theory, and you lose out on the practical bit of it, which doesn't give you the experience.
Yet.
You have the experience on paper, but not the experience.
Yeah.
So I think I applaud you for that. Now, looking at wedding photography, what makes a wedding photography shoot memorable?
I think at times the internet has kind of confused most wedding photographers that you're supposed to get every nice pose, and you have to give those clients those candid moments. Yeah, but I feel like wedding pictures are better when they are just moments, and you let someone move through their day. Of course, there will be time for taking a few pose pictures, but you let someone move through their day, and all you do is just collect the moments. When someone looks at that picture, they remember exactly what was happening at that exact moment.
Not your voice asking them to
Yeah,
pose.
not your voice actually asking them, look in this direction, turn your head like this. Yeah, but they actually remember how they were feeling in that exact moment. It could be that moment when they were just from church and they were actually hungry, and maybe they were just taking juice. It could look like a normal picture at that time, but later when someone looks back at it, they actually get a memory of something.
Right.
Yeah.
That's profound. What you see on your screen is some of Derek Aine's work. from pick shots, and that particular picture there, that's a lot of moment. They were not told to pose, they were just in their moment.
Yeah, they were having their first dance.
Yes, and that too is their own moment. You just took opportunity.
Yeah, there was a pre-wedding photo shoot,
right.
But yeah, it could have been a setup, yeah, but you actually let them live through the whole thing, not telling them, look at each other, do this.
Tell me about pre-wedding photo shoots. Usually, how do you direct them? Because you see all these poses of the bride and groom to be in all those romantic, and I'm thinking, how did the photographer tell them, do this, do that, now look at each other? Sometimes it's hard.
Yeah, I think the thing that matters the most is to be ready for the shoot, because you do not wake up in the morning and be like, just show up for the photo shoot. You could get scenarios where someone just shows up to studio and they're like, let's just do the shoot and we get done. But in most cases, we do conceptualize our pre-wedding photo shoots. So actually, before someone enters, before someone goes for the shoot, they're actually aware of what they're going to do, because we brief them. Right. This is how it is going to be. If it is maybe the car photo shoot that you just saw, they were aware that this is the outfit they're going to put on, this is where we're going to take the pictures from, this is the kind of car we're going to use, whether it is an open roof or something like that. So someone actually is ready to act that. Right. And even when shooting, we do give them directions. Yeah, so I think it is a lot easier, especially when they get comfortable, because the main intention of the pre-wedding shoot is to actually get someone comfortable on the day of their wedding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get to understand. Women have their good side. I understand. You get to understand what is someone's good side. Which pictures do they like? There are people who like portrait, just close-up portrait pictures. There are people who like those wide angle pictures. So you get to understand someone, and it's a lot easier on the wedding day. Right.
Away from wedding photography, is there any other photography you venture in or you focused on wedding?
Yeah. We do other events as well. We also do studio photography. Yeah.
Oh, right. Now let's look at the process of getting to that wedding day, wedding photo shoot, but also all other photo shoots. What's your process like? How does it begin and how does it end?
Well, of course, you do get an inquiry. Most of the times it could be a referral. Yeah. And when you get the inquiry, someone probably comes to office, and then they do make their booking. That is if you've come to an agreement. Yeah. Yeah. Because one thing I always advise clients is talk to your photographer first and actually understand, is their style the kind of thing you actually want to have for your wedding? Because most people will probably give someone a gig just because someone else told them, give this person a gig. But in actual sense, the best thing would be look into yourself, understand your style, and look at the photographers on the market. Is this person's style actually my style? If that person's style is actually your thing, that's when you go ahead and book them. Then right after booking them, then you start planning for the pre-wedding photo shoot, come up with a concept, share it with them. Look at when you're actually going to have that pre-wedding photo shoot. Then right after the pre-wedding photo shoot, just in case maybe there are no other things like the memory lane or anything of the sort, love story, you now focus on the wedding day. Wedding day, the thing that matters the most, if this was maybe advice to the photographers, is showing up early. A client could tell you, our session is starting at around 7 or maybe 8. But it is better for you to show up at 7 than actually show up at 8. Yeah. Rather, like, you realize maybe that 1 hour is going to give you the preparedness of actually looking at the place, and you understand you actually storyboard the entire place. Right. Where am I going to shoot from? Where can I get my best pictures from? Yeah, something like that.
So ideally, your work has to start way earlier than the time they told you. Yeah. Yeah, because a creative mind has to feed into their environment.
Yeah, you need to think. If you told me to take pictures in this room right now, the first 15 minutes I could fail to take a picture. But after thinking for some good time, now that's when you get the creative bit of yourself.
Yes,
yeah.
Right. Now let's look at the clients themselves. I mean, we have lots of good phones lately on the market, and everyone who's buying a phone is focusing on, I need to get a phone with a good camera. Because, I mean, I gotta take the contents. I gotta take the picture. You get it?
Yeah, yeah.
So why would you advise a client or someone looking into having a wedding photo shoot into actually hiring or getting a professional photographer as opposed to using their iPhone 17 or their Samsung for the photo shoot?
I think this is something that people cannot do away with. It is inevitable. You could have a good camera, but at times you also want to be in that photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell others to take.
Now the other person who's taking that photo can never be as professional as we are, if I may say, because the angles that we see, photography has rules. Yeah. Not every good photo that you see actually has a reason why it was taken in that specific angle.
Right.
That is why at times when you look at a photographer's picture, you'll be like, oh wow. Even if I used the phone and I took your picture, it wouldn't be the same as if you took that picture yourself.
Right.
Yeah. So there is always going to be the difference in terms of professionalism, in terms of the angles. You can't do it. I know the content space is evolving way so much.
Yes.
But when it comes to actually getting moments for events, a photographer's eye will always be better than anyone's eye. Yeah.
He looks at things from a bird's eye view. Very profound.
It is a way different perspective.
Yes. You are watching UBC TV. It is Good Morning Uganda, the Friday edition. We are with Derek Aine, who is from Pick Shots, and he is the CEO and a wedding photographer at that. We're looking into wedding photography, what it takes, what it means, and every detail surrounding it. Of course, looking at his story as well, becoming the photographer that he is. Now, he is, just to give you a bit of a spoiler, which he will be speaking into in detail, he is the brand ambassador of Canon from Africa, right? Uganda in particular, one of the brand ambassadors from Africa in particular. And he'll be speaking into that. I mean, if you know Canon, anyways, he'll be giving you the detail. But before we even get there, ask those questions to 0709 602 59 to share your opinion as well. Share what your experience was, by the way, in case you've already gone through the journey or looking forward to go through the journey or have had a bit of it. Share your experience with the wedding photographers. Did they instead lose your photos and you had to beg and you had to plead? Now, in that same spirit, Derek, what challenges do wedding photographers face? On a general whole, what challenges have you faced?
One of the biggest challenges that we actually face, I would say, it is time. Time. The long working hours, most of the times it is one day, but the long working hours, you find you have to be up by 5, and you actually, at times, some weddings end at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you realize, inevitably, Ugandan weddings and speeches. Yeah, so at times the wedding ends at 1 and you get home, of course, when you're completely worn out. Yeah, then the other challenge I would talk about is the theft of equipment.
Oh, talk about it.
Yeah, it is, you get back home at around 1, and of course, not everywhere is safe at times. Yeah, so you get thieves, even right at the reception. Yeah, at times the thieves are at the reception.
I would understand that because not everyone is clean, but there are also perhaps people who are in your same space, but at that function they are guests. Yeah. And then they notice your lens and they're like, ah.
Yeah, so that is a big issue. Then the other thing I would probably talk about is the fact that photography has not yet been prioritized the way it should be prioritized at a wedding. You will find someone giving you 20 minutes to get pictures, or like they want pictures of someone who gave you 2 hours, yeah, and they want you to do it in 20 minutes. And when it doesn't work out probably the way they wanted it, they'll be like, you didn't give me time, and then later when you look back and you tell them, actually, you see the pictures that you liked, that person actually gave me 2 hours to take those pictures. Yeah, and you later get to realize that photography is that one thing that actually is part of your entire day. You meet your makeup artist in the morning and you probably not see her again. You meet your gown person probably in the morning and will not see her again. You get to the reception and you will only find your decor. Yeah, you not have the decor in church. In church, whatever is in church will also stop in church. But your photographer is with you the entire day. From the
time you wake up.
Yeah, so if people actually started to realize that they need to prioritize that, I think most of them are going to have their best wedding days.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's profound. Let's look at branding. You indeed, you present yourself as a well-branded photographer, wedding photographer. What would you advise everyone in your field when it comes to branding and presentation to one who's your proposed or supposed client?
I think the best thing I can say is that the client buys you even before they buy the picture that you take. Yeah, how you look, the shoe that you put on. How if I showed up in a t-shirt right now, you would probably not talk about the branding bit. Yeah.
Yes.
So how you look actually determines whether the client is actually going to work with you. Even your next client, the person probably who has attended that one wedding where you are, is actually going to see you that very day and be like, that is someone that I actually need. So branding is like the main thing, if I may say.
Yeah,
it comes even before the good pictures. Yeah, that how it really matters so much.
Wow, that's profound. Who knew that how you appear, as they say, actually, first impression matters.
Yeah.
First impression always does matter. We're having a conversation with Derek Aine from Derek PicShots. He is the CEO of PicShots. He is a wedding photographer, and he's speaking with us in line with that. Now, let's talk about the Canon partnership. This is huge.
Yeah,
huge.
It was a dream come true.
Right.
Yeah.
For purposes of context, I hope my producer is able to just display the logo and the brand of Canon so that we are aligned in our minds as to what we are talking about. But as that is getting done, where does this start? How does it begin?
I had this, I don't want to call it a dream, but I talked about it with one of the team members at PicShots, I think about 5 years ago. And we always thought maybe one day we should apply to Canon and maybe we'll see if we can work out a partnership because we're so invested in using Canon cameras.
Right.
And then we later moved past it and we thought it was kind of hard because we got to realize some of the biggest photographers in Africa were all actually part of the Canon line.
Right.
Yeah, so it happened this year, I think around June. Yeah, and through an agency in Kenya, they reached out, and then I didn't believe it at first.
Had you written already? Had you placed your application?
No, we didn't apply. They just reached out.
Wow.
The writing of the application was the thought of 5 years ago. Yeah, but this time round. It just happened through an agency. They reached out. At first, I thought, well, like maybe this could be Buffett or something like that.
Know, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't reply the first messages, and then this person texted again, and they're like, "We need to work out something with you. It is concerning Canon Africa, something like that." And I'm like, "Wow, this is actually happening."
This is huge.
Yeah. So they reached out. We had regular meetings, and we had like I think. Quite a number of meetings with them, yeah, and recently, I think 2 days ago, we had our masterclass concerning wedding videography, and it was fully sponsored by Canon. Yeah.
Right, and as you can see on your screen, clearly that Canon looks like our guest in studio now, right? The brand is aligning, and I think the takeaway from this conversation is packaging. For me, it has been such a huge lesson that how you package yourself, you eventually attract who you package yourself as.
Yeah, true. I feel like it wouldn't have happened if we hadn't given in those 5 years of actually making it work. Yeah.
Now, as we begin to close this, let's look at years after the wedding. What do you always want the couple to look at, a remnants, as they look at the pictures you took?
Every picture that we take, I just want the couple to actually feel exactly how they were feeling on their wedding day in that exact moment. I think that's the main thing that matters to me.
Right.
Yeah, every picture, I'm not the only photographer. We're around 5 or 6 photographers in PicShots.
Yeah.
But I feel like every picture that we take, we would want, the moment you look at that picture, you actually remember how you are feeling in that moment.
Right.
If you are walking down the aisle, what were you thinking about?
Right.
You actually get to remember that when you look at your pictures.
Right.
That is how I feel when I look at my pictures, and that is how I would want every person to feel when they look at the pictures that we give them.
Talk about storytelling.
Yeah.
I'm glad you've cleared the fact that you are you're more than yourself at pic shots. So that means someone will take your pictures. That is if you haven't had your wedding already. Because I was wondering now if you're that good, who will take yours?
No, we do have a very, very good team. We do have a very, very good team, very professional, hardworking, and they're really a very, very big pillar in the success story.
Right.
It is way beyond me, like way, way beyond me now.
Right.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, the fact that you've loved Canon from within the journey of pic shots, why exactly did you focus on just enjoying every bit of the journey with a Canon camera?
Canon cameras make considering our skin complexion in Africa, I feel like Canon cameras are a way better option compared to other cameras.
Oh, yeah.
So the colors are what actually our crowd appreciates more. Yeah, and it is not a mistake that it is the most dominant camera in Uganda.
Yes,
yeah, it is not a mistake. Yeah, so personally I got so comfortable with using Canon, and I feel like I can't do away with I can't get another choice anymore.
Right.
I feel like, because I had another brand first, I will not speak about it, but
yes.
I used it for 3 months and I moved on. Ever since then, I've never looked back, and I don't think I will ever look back.
And you know, when you say that, it reminds me of the conversation. Of course, being in this space, you interact with these gadgets every now and again. And you know how you said that people have good sides, that they'll always want to pose using those good sides of their statures. Then when it comes to cameras, that we are always forced to, what's the word? For women, they're always forced to look brighter. You know, if they were my skin tone, for example, or your skin tone, because other cameras don't capture our skin tone, natural Africanacity, we are forced to become lighter from our original skin tones, just so cameras would accommodate us, any other cameras would accommodate us. It's one of those conversations I've had in line with our line of work. Now, when you say that Canons actually appreciate our skin tone, they deliver.
It feels like I don't want to say it was meant for Africans, but it comes off perfect taking those pictures, and also keeping the pictures as natural as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
But you could say it was made for Africa. I don't know if there was that intent, but many cameras are also, because it's technology that's not originally from Africa, that means the first primary subjects used as lab rats are not Africans.
Yeah.
And ideally they are customized to skin tones that are not African, and then brought to Africa to shoot Africans, and the settings are not exactly complementing our skin tone.
And yet somehow it has worked out for us so perfectly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that when you say that, it's something that I do appreciate, that if a camera captures the story of an African without editing so much, then so be it.
Yeah, and I would advise photographers, don't over-edit those pictures.
Sometimes they edit us and you feel like,
pictures are better.
I wish I woke up like this.
Feel like a baby.
Yeah, you know, your skin is extremely smooth and you're thinking, I wish I woke up like this every single day, which is not the reality.
Yeah, at times it's better to be real.
Yeah, so you are real in every picture, close-ups especially, that you deliver.
Yeah, I really wouldn't want to change someone that much.
Right.
It's not nice. Yeah.
Interesting. Remind me of my grandmother. One time quarreled at a photographer because she was made brown.
Oh. At times they take away their wrinkles.
Yes, and she quarreled, why am I looking brown in your picture yet I'm not? Watching you live from Karamoja region, Moroto municipality. This is none other than Jalpara Felix Palmu, unique. In my own observation, photography and videography are good for memory, even evidence when it comes to breakups. Oh, interesting. When it comes to breakups or anything may happen to them, or anything that happens to the marriage. It could be used in court for etc. But with this modern world we live in, it may not be easy to make money due to accessibility of phones, good phones, by the way, which could take good videos. Photos, okay, that makes it difficult for Derek to make money because there are some who may use their phones to take videos. But in conclusion, I love Derek's conversation. If there is any business, please share your contacts so that we can keep in touch. This is Jalpara Felix, who is in Moroto. Thank you for the show. And of course, he cannot leave without sharing his contacts and of course the social media platforms and any other ways we can reach out to you. But this is something you spoke of, that we might have our good phones, but we don't have the skill. So yeah, the likes of Derek are still in the game.
Yeah, we ain't going nowhere. They will stay around for quite a while. Yeah.
So Jalpara Felix, please get your pen, get your phone, type this number in and save it and make sure that you call Derek. All right? How do we get in touch with you?
Our business line is 0701 75 0005. And our social media handles are Instagram at Peak Shots Events, PEAK Shots Events. Same as TikTok, X is Peak Shots. Yeah, anywhere you reach out, we shall be there.
All right. Definitely looking forward to all of us engaging with Derek Peak Shots. Can Derek help train us who want to be professional photographers? This is Humphrey, Gulu Highway. Are you into training?
That is something we are looking into, and we hope to have a masterclass concerning photography. The masterclass we had this year, which was 2 days ago, was with Canon, and it was mainly about videography.
Right.
But next year we look at having a masterclass concerning photography mainly, which I feel like everyone would need. It is not going to be just for photographers. It's also going to be you who has a phone to actually understand how to use your phone.
Right.
Because most of you have nice phones, but we
don't know how to use them. We don't even understand the settings.
Yeah.
My guy. Anyways, photography is more than taking a good-looking picture. It's about preserving a moment, telling a story, and giving people a way to see the world through another person's eyes. And I have seen Peak Shots do this perfectly. Well done, Derek. This is Bernard listening in from Barra.
Oh.
Giving you your flowers.
Amen.
All right. What are your parting shots, your final remarks?
My parting shots, it would be to everyone who would like to have beautiful wedding pictures. If you feel like you want to celebrate luxury, not just pictures, and you feel like luxury is your thing, then do reach out to us. We're going to make it worthwhile.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And Bernard here has said, my Canon has taken this. He has taken a screenshot of you on TV. He says, my Canon has taken this. Thank you so much, Derek, for coming through. Derek Aine, CEO Peak Shots, has been speaking with us regarding wedding photography. And I will tell you this, for as long as you're planning a wedding, you want to look at pictures that always give you a breath of fresh air. So mind that, spend on your photography, of course your looks because it appears in the photography, that is your gown, your suit as a man, your makeup, hair for the ladies, and photography. The food might not happen. You might not have a reception, it's okay, I'm telling you, isn't it? But your photos, they'll be looking at you every single day until you die. So you might as well spend on them and be satisfied. Anyways, Good Morning Uganda, the Friday edition does continue. And we'll be right back.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Pearl of Africa, welcome everyone.
My question is, what is the difference between rental tax and income tax? How comes I'm paying both taxes on my own premises? If you want to have a tin, but you are not making any income from your business, you should take on the obligation to continue filing your nil return.
Commissioner General to invest in taxation. When people understand taxes and they know the importance of taxes and they know the fair assessment of these taxes they're supposed to pay, I think everybody will embrace taxation.
As banning groupage cargo clearance protects small traders who cannot afford to import full container loads individually and rely on consolidation to remain competitive. Cargo to come in groupage is consolidation, it's legitimate, and we can't ban it. What we have banned, or what we have stopped, is the use of container leaders. Now, Fiona, the good news I have for you is that among the new tax proposals,
Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
In all these years, we emphasize 2 words, wealth and jobs, and we try to waken our people up to show them where wealth and jobs come from.
The Parish Development Model, PDM, is a bold initiative that is reshaping Uganda's rural economy. By allocating 100 million shillings to each parish annually, PDM empowers households by unlocking opportunities for wealth creation.
This program will be maintained. Each year we send 100 million for the parish. If you get the 1 million, you can buy some goats, you can buy some pigs, you can buy even young cows.
Farmers are transitioning from subsistence farming to commercial agriculture, laying the groundwork for wealth creation and improved livelihoods.
This project started 11 years ago after an inspiration from His Excellency. And that time I was working as a taxi driver. I was doing that Massa business in Soroti, and he was talking about how to improve household income.
With the PDM, you bring back the money after 24 months. But in the 3rd year, you would get another 100 million paid back by those who got first.
The President's message is a mindset changer. Becoming rich does not mean you should have a lot of land, you should have a lot of education, you just need a vision and implement and start from where you are.
So therefore, this PDM is to get all of you out of poverty. That's why we said 100 million per parish per year.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance.
my question is, what is the difference between rental tax and income tax? How comes I'm paying both taxes on my own premises? If you want to have a tin, but you are not making any income from your business, you should take on the obligation to continue filing your nil return.
Commissioner General to invest in taxation. When people understand taxes and they know the importance of taxes and they know the fair assessment of these taxes they're supposed to pay, I think everybody will embrace taxation.
As banning groupage cargo clearance protects small traders who cannot afford to import full container loads individually and rely on consolidation to remain competitive. Cargo to come in groupage is consolidation, it's legitimate, and we can't ban it. What we have banned or what we have stopped is the use of container leaders. Now, Fiona, the good news I have for you is that among the new tax proposals,
Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790 141 887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Booza Commissioner.
Pearl of Africa. Welcome everyone.
In all these years, we emphasize two words, wealth and jobs. And we try to waken our people up to show them where wealth and jobs come from.
The Parish Development Model, PDM, is a bold initiative that is reshaping Uganda's rural economy. By allocating 100 million shillings to each parish annually, PDM empowers households by unlocking opportunities for wealth creation.
This program will be maintained. Each year we send 100 million for the parish. If you get the 1 million, you can buy some goats, you can buy some pigs, you can buy even young cows.
Farmers are transitioning from subsistence farming to commercial agriculture, laying the groundwork for wealth creation and improved livelihoods.
This project started 11 years ago after an inspiration from His Excellency. And that time I was working as a taxi driver. I was doing that master business in Soroti, and he was talking about how to improve household income.
With the PDM, you bring back the money after 24 months. But in the third year, you would get another 100 million paid back by those who got first.
The President's message is a mindset changer. Becoming rich does not mean you should have a lot of land, you should have a lot of education, you just need a vision and implement and start from where you are.
So therefore, this PDM is to get all of you out of poverty. That's why we said 100 million per parish per year.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and